E aí pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. Vamos continuar aqui com o vampiro masquerado. Pra água, vagabundo. Obrigado. Isso, atira nele. A você me ajudar a me recuperar. Ok? E você por pura bula. Prontinho. Ok. Deixa eu salvar primeiro. Que eu presinto problema. Blood Boil. Blood Strike.
I knew Johansen would lure the servants of Satan, but I set this trap for the Archfiend himself. Where is Lacroix?
Você acha que Lacroix viria aqui?
Perhaps when Lacroix runs out of minions, he will show me his face, and God will guide my shots through it. Before I send you to eternal damnation, any last words?
Não tenho nenhuma palavra final, não. Shield, Blood Strike. Cool. Vamos lá, vamos lá. E aí, trouxão? Au! Cadê? Nem ferrando que você correu tudo isso nesse instante. Oito de dano. Rapaz, tá de sacanagem. Blood Purge. Blood Strike. 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 Então, né? Como é que vocês estão indo, pessoal? Espero que vocês estejam curtindo o gameplay. A gente já tá chegando próximo do final do jogo. Agora vai bem, vai bem. O jogo tá bacana. Aí, ó. Pelo visto já amanheceu e os dogs já acordaram. Então, o sossego não vai durar muito tempo. Shield, salva, glória. Glória. Eu pergunto como é que deve ser jogar essa parte com outro vampiro. Oh shit. Shoot. Strike. Strike. Eu quero ver quando eu fizer minha pequena playthrough pessoal de toreador. Como é que eu vou enfrentar esse sujeito? Se eu chegar perto demais, ele vai usar a coisa, então... O esquema é ficar na distância certa. E aí, meu filho, quem é que vai ganhar? Sua fé ou a minha magia de sangue? So sorry. So sorry. Bom, deixa eu desfazer minha cobertura.
I told you everything. There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go!
Dr. Johannes?
I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection. Bring me back to my hotel at once.
Eu estou aqui para te ajudar, doutor.
Why are they doing this? What is this nonsense with the guns and the crosses and the talk of vampires? Why do they insist on keeping me here? Who are these people?
Uma milícia de idiotas. Responda a minha pergunta e eu te levarei para fora.
Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get pneumonia.
Ok. O que você sabe sobre o arcano sarcófago?
The sarcophagus? You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back?
Não se preocupe com eles, apenas responda minhas perguntas.
I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape.
Sim, claro, vou te ajudar a sair daqui.
All right. Where should I begin?
Ok, fale sobre o sarcófago.
Let's start with the history of the Ankaran sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians?
Não.
Well, the Assyrians lived in Mesopotamia, a region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Most of this territory is now modern-day Iraq, Iran, Turkey, and Syria.
Ok.
They were warmongers, conquerors, a people driven to expand by their kings.
Even before the Romans, they migrated their conquered people to the territories to stem revolt, but I'm afraid I'm getting off the subject. Well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from sometime between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record. While most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Masquerade, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula or something. I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Masquerade could remain in, pristine or intact condition for so many years, but this is who is believed to be contained within.
Você está certo disso?
An educated guess. Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually, we use equipment to carbon date, X-ray, and take air samples before we pry open the lid.
Você comparou ele a vampiro, por quê?
You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth, and the engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation. A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood. Perhaps drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
Como você achou o sarcófago?
That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's a complicated process, very boring. Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it.
Ok, você acha que o Masquerade está dentro do sarcófago?
That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe a mummy, but not likely the kind to go about chasing Abbott and Costello.
E o que mais você sabe sobre vampiros?
Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know that Lamastu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth.
E como o sarcófago é aberto?
Quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing.
A chave? Ok. Você tem ela?
How strange, you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed.
Você tem uma cópia da chave?
No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place.
Vamos indo, vamos indo.
Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
Então, eu tô com um pouco de sede que acabei com os horas. Ah, é verdade.
Time of judgment is here.
Now run! Run, run, run. Temos um minutinho para sumir. Ainda bem que não tem mais nenhum inimigo no caminho. Bom, eu vou... Tô nessa. Quero nem saber se o doutor veio ou não veio. Não dava tempo de voltar pra procurar não, tá louco? Com 3 segundos de escape. Sorte que o relógio parou. Esse vídeo foi um pouco mais longo, mas com bons motivos. Vamos ver qual que é a conclusão. Oh. Uou! O que é isso? Bom, vamos terminar por aqui, pessoal. Vamos descobrir o que é isso no próximo vídeo. Até mais.